Good morning, lovely people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Raina Reads Stuff. I'm Debs. I am here in the book shack. It's first thing in the morning on a Tuesday. I was wondering what tag to do today. And then I saw the tag that Pat had done, and it's a Would You Rather book tag, Curious Edition. She's tagged me. Thank you very much, Pat. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do it right now. It was created by Curious Cat and the Ellen Mead Book Club. These are impossible questions. I was tagged, like I say, by my lovely friend Pat at Book Chat with Pat. There are lots of prompts. Let's get to it. Would you rather never read more than one book from the same author, and you can't reread either, or read only books from one author of your choice? I definitely can't confine myself to one author, so I will have to go for I would rather never read books from the same author. Question 2. Read a book with an unlikable main character or your favourite character dies. I think I'm going to go with read a book with an unlikable main character. I've just done that, actually, with The Prague Cemetery by Umberto Eco, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I've got no problem with an unlikable main character. Would you rather start your library from scratch, but you can't rebuy any of the books that were on your shelves before, or never be allowed to add a new book to your current library? I am going to go with never be allowed to add a new book to my current library, because I have so many books by the wonderful, wonderful P.G. Wodehouse. If I could never read them again, I'd be devastated. Question 4. Your favourite author never publishes anything new or only publishes bad books from now on. I think I'd rather my favourite author never published anything new than be disappointed. I can't tell you how disappointed I was, having loved To Kill a Mockingbird all my life, to read Go Set a Watchman, which I know was never meant to be published and shouldn't have been published, and was the worst decision in publishing history. So I'm going to go with don't publish anything new. Just don't publish bad ones. No, I don't want any bad ones. Question 5. Read only one of your favourite genres, or read as widely as you want except in that one favourite genre. Never read crime novels again. Never read crime novels again. I don't think I could do that. Crime and mystery is my favourite genre. I don't think I could, no. I'm going to have to stick with reading crime and mystery novels and not read anything else. I can live without the romance. I can live without the historical fiction. Yeah. Be stranded forever on a desert island with a full library, or still live in society, but books have disappeared. Well, quite frankly, sometimes society sucks. So give me the desert island all the time and a fully stocked library. Question 7. SFF. Read only 5-star series, but they're unfinished, or read only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumping. I like things to come to a conclusion. I think I'm going to go with read-only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumping, because I've enjoyed some of those. Let's think War and Peace. Let's think Les Miserables. So yeah, I'm going with that one. Number 8, mystery. Always get book twists spoiled, or they all have an open ending and the killer isn't caught. I don't mind an open ending. On the other hand, I also don't mind book twists being spoiled, because I think when you read a book, it's a very personal thing. And whether someone's told you, I mean, I've read books before where I've known the story, but I've never read the book. So I think I'd rather get the book twists spoiled than not have anything come to a satisfactory conclusion ever. 9, historical romance. A great love story. Would you rather read a great love story but with historical inaccuracies, or a toxic or meh love story but great historical world building? I'm going with the world building. I think if I knew about the history that was being discussed, the fact that it was wrong would irritate me. Read a book that has the best characters, plot, or writing. You can only choose one, but none of the others. This is so hard. I love good characters, I love good plot, but if the writing's rubbish, I'm going to go with the best writing, I think. Would you rather have a friend who loses your books or mistreats them, stains them, breaks the spine? I had a friend once, not my friend anymore. I lent her a book. She dropped it in the bath and returned it to me with dried and stuck together pages. The book was about that thick, where it started off at that thick. Was I irritated? I was furious, absolutely furious. I'd rather have not had the book back, because if she didn't return the book, I would probably have forgotten about it at some point and not remembered for several years. But this book was sitting there until I threw it away. It was sitting there smirking at me. So I'd rather people didn't return them, although I don't think any friend should do either of those things. Had I dropped a book in the bath that I'd borrowed from somebody, I would have immediately gone out and purchased a new one for them and returned the new one and told them what I'd done. But number 12. Would you rather never be allowed to visit a bookstore again, or be banned from all the libraries in the world? I hate shopping. I have hated shopping for as long as I can remember. The only places I like to shop are charity shops and bookshops and markets. I cannot imagine being denied the pleasure of going into a bookshop, whether that be a new bookshop or a second-hand bookshop. So I'd rather be banned from libraries, I think. Would you rather that everybody hates your favourite books, or everybody loves the books you hate? I'm not really bothered if people hate my favourite books. No, I'm not bothered about that at all. So I think I'd rather everyone hates my favourite books. This is a really tough one. Question 14. Only listen to audiobooks narrated by the worst narrator, or only read physical books in terrible lighting. Now, I wear glasses. My eyesight is appalling. I would struggle seriously to read books in terrible lighting. but equally having someone with a really annoying voice reading audiobooks to you, I struggle with that as well. But I'm going to have to go with that one, because all I'd do if I read books in terrible lighting all the time is destroy my eyesight at a quicker rate than I am already doing. Question 15. Would you rather read books from the same series or collection that don't match, or read books printed in a tiny font? Oh, books that don't match. I can't read books in a tiny font. I mean, I'm getting to the stage where I need a magnifying glass as well as my glasses. 16. Never post another YouTube video or never watch YouTube ever again. I would rather never post another YouTube video. The world can live without that. I can't live without watching my booktube friends and listening to their opinions and their chats, and also I have other ways of getting in touch with them. I can still communicate with them, so it's not as if I wouldn't be able to do that. So I would rather never post another YouTube video again. Tag some people. Now, if you've seen this and you want to do this tag, do this tag. Pat has tagged loads of people, and we have a lot of the same booktube friends. So I might tag a couple down below, but have a look at these absolutely impossible questions and have a go yourself if you fancy it. It's fun. Thank you for watching. It's always lovely to see you, and I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.